What exactly are you working on, and how is it different than what Apple and Google are doing in this country?
Thanks for having me. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so we are helping the German government, to develop a tracing app together with the Deutsche Telekom. And the tracing app will help Germany indeed to solve the lockdown in the country, to come back to normal business very soon. And we are on a very good path on delivering this app very soon to the market.
What are your expectations as to whether this will help Germany's return to economic activity? And where do you stand, given your huge customer base across Europe, on the likely shape of economic recovery in Europe as a whole?
Absolutely. This app will help Germany tremendously to overcome the lockdown, to really trace, where are the infected people, and to lower the curve and to not fall back, again into a lockdown. On a global scale, we actually seen already in China that our business is recovering. There we are already, fully back to business. We are meeting customers. In Europe, as I just have mentioned, there are, now plans of, a ramp up of the economy. And in North America, we are expecting now, further important decisions to also come back there to a good business. For us, it's even more important now that we emerge out of this crisis very strong. And as more and more customers now realize it is important to get more resilient as such a crisis, I'm confident that we are providing exactly the kind of solutions what the customers need to succeed in the digital age and to get more resilient against such a crisis.
Just on contact tracing, what about the privacy supporters or advocates that are concerned that it's giving too much personal information, literally tracking them to companies like yours or to governments that, when we're done with this health crisis, could be used for malicious intent or just is an invasion of privacy?
During this project, we delivered the app in an agile way, and we were in contact with all the relevant security committees, of Germany, but also across Europe. So we made sure that we applying the highest security standards so that the data of our citizens is extremely secure.
I wanted to ask Christian about your own company's guidance recently released. So 2020 guidance, everyone was sort of surprised to the downside by, but I think pleased that you reiterated the firm's long-term targets, which are timed to come into place by 2023. Does that suggest you see quite a big short-term impact, but no long-term impact by the pandemic?
Absolutely. I'm talking to many CEOs these days, to many politicians. And SAP was already talking about the intelligent enterprise before the crisis. And now in the crisis and after the crisis, all of these decision makers are looking for intelligent software to make their supply chain more resilient, of applying new business models, to not, get blocked by this lockdown, of having intelligent commerce solutions, of having intelligent solutions to provide new flexible financing models to their customers. And all of these solutions are getting provided by SAP. Only SAP can provide the intelligent enterprise end-to-end. And this is why we are so extremely confident about our financial ambition in 2023.
Well, you've obviously got a great read on company spending and what IT budgets are looking like. And you've also got a pretty good global picture. So which parts of the world are you seeing strength and which parts are you seeing weakness?
As I said before, China is already coming back to business, and we see that there is a huge recovery of pipeline already. The same is happening actually in Europe. In North America, we are still waiting for some of the decisions to come back to normal business. But the good thing is that everyone is realizing that the digital transformation is not anymore optional. It's a must to succeed in the digital age. And this is why we are so extremely confident that we will overcome this crisis in a very strong fashion.
Christian, until recently you had a co-CEO. The structure clearly has changed of late, and part of the reason given was that the pandemic has changed the environment. Why has the environment meant the previous structure that had served for quite some time and served the company well was no longer the right structure?
Jennifer and I had a great start into the co-CEO model. We made some very important decisions for our customers to simplify, for example, the organizational setup, to make it easier for our customers to do business with SAP. Afterwards, we were heading into this unforeseen crisis with lockdowns in one country after another. And in such a crisis, you have to do, decisions, fast decisions, agile decisions on an hour-by-hour basis to safeguard our customers, but as well as our employees. So Chen, everyone felt that we have to come back to a clear leadership structure.
But Christian, I mean, clear leadership is always needed for any company, always, whether you're making decisions every day or every hour. So why the kind of clear reason that warranted her leaving the company?
When you're acting in such a co-leadership model, of course you have to make decisions, on a frequent basis, and you have to share certain core beliefs about the way going forward for this company. And Chen and I were on many of these topics on the same page. Of course, there are always a few topics where you have differences on opinions. And when then this crisis kicked in, of course, this accelerates, because then you have to have the accountability to make clear decisions in a fast and in an agile way. You cannot parallelize this company. And this is why we both felt that it's the best for SAP, our customers, and our employees to come back to a sole CEO leadership model.
Okay. I mean, Chris, I'm not trying to go over the point ad nauseum, but so you're suggesting now that you kind of don't have any discussions with any of your lieutenants, and it's just your way is the way forward, no matter what?
No, this was not so much about right or wrong. Of course, there are a lot of important decisions to take, about the way forward of SAP. And again, Chen and I were, for many of these points, we were on the same page. And there were definitely also not any personal issues relating into that. But in this crisis, we have to move now fast. Customers are now coming to us and asking, how can we overcome issues in our supply chain because of the lockdowns in certain countries? We, of course, have to also safeguard our employees. We have to decide, how fast we are ramping up our own operations. And this, again, is now very important that we do this in a distinct way. And going forward, the way how I see SAP is, as we are transforming into an intelligent enterprise, our mission has to be now to transform all of our customers into an intelligent enterprise, to help them to come through this crisis and also help them to become even more competitive in the digital age.
Christian Klein, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.